What do you want? And he's just like, can I just put it in for 1 minute? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's your girl Adore, and we're back with another video. And this video is going to be another story time. After my last story time, one of my followers messaged me and asked me if I had any F-boy stories. So they made me think about this one in particular, and when I say this one just topped the list, yeah, this story is just crazy. So we're gonna call this story Condom Ready. It's Condom Ready. And after watching this video, you guys are gonna know why it's called that. So guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified when I do post. And make sure you follow me on all my social medias. That is a.dorme on Instagram and adorme3 on Twitter. And yeah guys, let's get into this video. So guys, for this third time, we're gonna call this guy Good Youth. That's gonna be his name for this story. And this happened around 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago. How I got introduced to Good Youth was at my cousin's sweet 16 party. Her stepbrother introduced me to Good Youth because Good Youth was one of his friends from back home. So he told me like, oh, I have one friend here that says he likes you and stuff. And, you know, your girl was looking so good at the party, so who wouldn't notice me? And my hair was bright pink, so who wouldn't notice me? So he basically told me, oh, he has a friend that really likes me and he wants to talk to me, but he's just shy to talk to me, and brings me to Good Youth. And I was introduced to him and like 3 other guys. Mainly Good Youth wanted to talk to me, so you know, I talked to him. I was being pleasant. The guy was cute. I'm not even gonna lie. Good Youth was cute. He was very tall, dark, and handsome. And you know, I thought he was a little cutie, so I didn't mind talking to him, you know. So me and him talked for a little bit at the party, but we couldn't really talk too much because at the end of the day it's a family party and I'm not going to be discussing with no man. I'm not going to be talking to no boy around my family because, you know, Jamaican family, them fast. We exchanged numbers now and we exchanged snaps, and that was that for, you know, that day. So probably like a week after Good Youth messages me on Snap, he basically just asked me like, when am I gonna see you again? You know, I really like you. And I just basically said, I don't know, whenever you want to take me out or whatever. And that's basically how it went on for a few weeks. Like, he would always ask to see me, and I would always I was just not feeling it. You know when you're just not feeling it? And on top of that, big red flag, come to his house and come chill with him. And that is a big no-no for me, okay? I don't chill at men's houses. I don't Netflix and chill, none of that. That's not my cup of tea, okay? Like, and that kind of turned me off of him because, you know, if you're gonna come to your girl correct. Offer me out on a date. Like, let's go on a date. Let's be out in public. Like, let's do stuff. Not go to your house and watch Netflix. Like, I could do that in my own yard. You know what I'm saying? I just got annoyed of him. He just started giving me creep vibes. I was just not into him like I was in the beginning. And I was just kind of dodging him at this point. So probably like a month passed now, and one of my friends, well, a girl that I used to be friends with, I'm not friends with this girl no more, over to my house, and we were just hanging out and stuff. It was like a sleepover. So Good Youth ended up calling me while my girl was over. Like this guy, I was telling her like I don't like this guy, he's annoying, like all he wants me to do is come to his house, he's not really saying much, and on top of that, asking me to come to his house all the time. He didn't have a car, so to me that was dead. I live all the way in the west and he lives all the way in the east, and GTA area, you know that Saga is far from Durham, and this guy lived all the way in Durham, so that was dead. So anywho, her like I don't really like this guy to answer the phone, so I answered it, you know, and we were there just joking around with him, and I basically kind of passed him on to her because the type of girl she was, she would entertain foolishness like that, and I felt like they had more stuff that they could relate to more than me and him, so I kind of tried to pass him on to my girl at the time. They ended up kicking it off. They ended up, you know, talking stuff after that, but he then passed her on to his cousin, and his cousin was from England, and his cousin was supposed to come down. He was supposed to come down like in a month's time, so he ended up passing her on to his cousin, and then he came back to me. And at this point I was just over it because like I don't like you, sir. I don't want anything to do with you, sir. Just leave me alone. You know, since she's talking to his cousin, I just was talking to him to pass the time. I wasn't really taking him on too tough, you know. So then his cousin ended up coming to Toronto, probably like 2 weeks after my friend started talking to him. Plans to link up with each other and go on a date. So I was happy for her. I was like, yes girl. And at the time she wasn't really into him. She said she didn't really like him, but she was just trying to boops him because, you know, the way he came off, he seemed like he had a little shook coins, you know, and my girl was just trying to finesse a little British pound out of him. So, you know, I'm just encouraging her like, yes girl, go on this date with this UK boy. He comes down and my girl FaceTimes me all dressed up. My girl, I wear makeup, and when I say she wasn't the type of girl to wear makeup, so I was just shocked. I was like, yes girl, like you look good girl, good to come out and all these things. And yeah, she was excited. My girl was excited. She said, yes, me I bops him tonight and ray. And I'm just there gassing her up. Probably like 10 minutes after, Good Youth calls me and is like, oh, you want to go out? I'm like, what do you mean go out? He's like, oh, I want to do a double date because my cousin is going out with your friend and I want to see you also. So here's when the story really starts. So because I did not want to be that friend, I said okay to the date because I knew that he wanted to see me for a minute now, and my friend, I'm not gonna leave her with two guys by herself, you know, the one that introduced her to all of them. So I didn't want to be that friend basically, so I just agreed to going out on a date with them. So I ended up getting ready or whatever. They told me that they were gonna pick me up in like an hour and a half, so ready, got cute or whatever. I called my girl up and I was like, yeah girl, I'm ready and whatever, I'm just waiting for these guys to come pick me up. So they end up picking me up. Good Youth calls me and is like, oh, I'm outside. I said okay. Now I go outside and I see good youth standing outside the car door. And I'm just like, what's going on here? Like, why is he standing outside the car? And he's, you know, when I say hi to him and stuff, I see two other guys in the car. And I'm like, but weird. I thought this was supposed to be like a double date situation. I didn't know it was going to be 3 guys in one car. So that was red flag number 2. I go to the car, I say hi to him, and then he tries to like kiss me basically. And I had to just dodge him like, whoa, like, what are you doing, sir? Like, me don't know you like that. Like, this is the second encounter we've had. Like, what are you doing? A show off for his brethren them, so to show like me and him there, but it wasn't, that was not the case at all. Like, me and him had nothing. I was just going on this date basically to be the supportive friend. Oh, I get in the car and I say hi to the 2 guys and stuff. I say hi to his cousin that came from England. He was kind of rude, so I didn't really talk to him, and the vibe was kind of off in the car. But you know, I was just waiting to see my girl, you know, because I knew when she comes, I'll feel better. I'll pick my girl up, and we finally reach our house. My girl comes downstairs now. She meets us at the car, and she gets in the car. Another thing, it was getting really late. When they made all these plans like really late, and because they were coming from so far, it just pushed the time. Like, what's the plan? Like, what are we doing? Because it's getting real late, nothing's really open right now, and by the time we reach to certain places, it's gonna be closed. I'm just there like, yeah, I kind of want to go home now. Like, I wasn't really feeling it no more, but they were so persistent to just do something with us that night, so I was just down for the ride basically. We started driving around the city, driving around, then we reach on the highway. I'm seeing us passing, we're just passing towns and towns. Scarborough, now we're passing Pickering, then we're passing Ajax, now we're all the way in Oshawa, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, because I live all the way in Saga, like, what am I doing all the way up here in Durham? They stopped to go get gas, and we stopped by a 7-Eleven. Girl goes inside the 7-Eleven because my girl said she was thirsty, she wants to buy a little Slurpee or whatever. So then my girl picks up a Slurpee, and she asks Good Youth's cousin from England if he could pay for her Slurpee. And mind you, the Slurpee is only 79 cents. If y'all know 7-Eleven Slurpees are cheap as hell. And you know what this guy had the nerve to say? He don't have no change.
A favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So you mean to tell me you brought yourself out here with no change, with no money, and you can't even buy a girl a 79-cent Slurpee? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? That was red flag number 3 of the night. So my girl just pays for her Slurpee and she kisses her teeth, and we just leave and we get back in the car. So now we're really asking them, like, what's going on? Like, what is the plan for the night? Because we can't be on road like dumpy hours. Like, I'm not into this. Like, I want to go home. And they're still saying we're gonna find something. I'm like, whatever. So now they pull up to a hotel. Guys, anyways, and And Good Youth's like, oh, I want to get us a room, you know, we could get drinks and all this stuff, and you know, just chill until it's time to drop you guys home. To be honest, I was just not feeling it. Like, my spirit was just not feeling it. Like, you know, when God is telling you something, like, your spirit, my spirit was not feeling it at all. I was like tapping my girl on the shoulder. I'm like, girl, I don't want to be here, I want to go home. But she was down for it. I was like, okay, whatever. So Good Youth ends up going inside the hotel, and he ends up getting us a room. He comes back to the car and he gives his cousin a key, and his other cousin, or the other guy that was in the car with us, ends up telling him that, oh, he has to go somewhere and then he'll be right back, he'll come pick us up right back. So he took the car. Me and my girl ended up going in the room with him, with Good Youth and his cousin from England. So now we reach in the room, and I make sure I sit my backside right at the corner of the bed so he does not think that nothing I want, you know, because everybody knows what goes on in hotels. For it, like, not up for it, because first of all, your cousin couldn't even pay for my girl's 79-cent drink, and you're putting me in a hotel. Like, what, like, this, what do you think this is? My girl ends up going in the bathroom with Good Youth's cousin. And who told her to go do that? Now Good Youth is getting ideas. He's starting to feel like he could come and touch me up and breathe all over me and all these things. And when I say, I literally had to fight this guy off of me that night. I was literally pushing him off of me. On top of him being hot for me that night, his breath, when I say the boy breath was hot.
That shit that's in your mouth, you gotta taste it, because I smell it as soon as you approach me.
Like, he was literally melting the makeup off of my face, y'all. Like, even when I think about it, it's giving me nightmares. I'm just here like, what is going on? Like, I'm just asking God, I'm just somebody take me out of my misery. When I say this boy would not leave me alone that night, he was just all over me. He kept trying to kiss me. He was just doing too much. Okay, came out to my girl like, yo, I'm not feeling this. Like, I want to go home. And then she jumps in the bed and with Good Youth's cousin, and I'm basically telling her like, girl, I want to go home, and she's saying like she's not ready to go, like she's having fun. Well, this girl's wrap up in bed with this guy's cousin, and Good Youth starts dragging me to the bathroom. I couldn't believe how strong this boy. When I say you don't underestimate guys, when I say this guy was so strong, after this day, I stopped underestimating guys' sizes, because when I say this guy was so strong, and I'm not no lightweight girl, like heavy, okay? Like Jada Kingdom said, heavy. It's like dragging me, lifting me up, trying to push me into the bathroom. I'm literally fighting him off of me like I don't want to go in the bathroom with you. He gets me into the bathroom and he locks the door. This guy stood in front of the door and he started bawling to me and begging me. He was just begging me. I'm like,
what is it? Like, what do you want from me? What do you want from my life?
what do you want? And he's just like, can I just put it in for 1 minute? 1 minute where, 1 minute who, put it in where. When I say tutus, I look down. When I look down, this guy doesn't pull off his pants. What I seen that day changed my life completely. The man had a rubber on, a condom on already.
I said,
Jesus is Lord.
I seen with me 2 year them. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I'm like, no way, this is not real life. This can't be. This can't be. This guy had a rubber on already. I'm there looking around like, when did this guy get the chance to put this on? When did this happen? When did this transpire? To see if there's a rapper or what is going on. When I tell you guys, once I seen that, that's when I said, get me the fuck out of here. When I say I used all my strength, I pushed him out of the way and I got out of that bathroom and I came out that room and I said, my girl, let's go. I told my friend I was not playing. I'm not playing these games with this nigga. I'm ready to go home. I don't care if she's ready. I'm ready to go home. Good you ends up calling his brethren that had the car and telling him that, okay, we're ready to go home. And the guy comes back now, and you know what dirty junker do? They left us there. They ended up not even driving us home because Good you was salty. Even after my girl gave his cousin some, he was salty at the fact that I didn't give him none. He didn't feel that he had to drop me home or drop us home. I said, you know what? I care zero. I took my money, and that's why I say, ladies, always make sure you have your own money, because when you're in situations like this is why you must always have your own money, because situations like this. Good thing you know your girl had her own money, so I was able to get me and my girl home. And when I say it reached daylight by the time we left that hotel, yeah, like we ended up leaving. I ended up reaching home, she ended up reaching home. And after that day, when I say, guys, I never spoke to that guy ever again. I never spoke to that guy again. I was so disgusted. I said, you know what? Never again. If I don't like you from the jump, that's it. I'm not gonna force myself. I don't care if my friends are involved. I don't care. I'm not putting myself in a situation like that ever again. My friend, she still ended up talking, or my girl, she ended up still talking to his cousin still. And apparently they were kind of mocking him because he paid for the hotel and didn't get none that night. Real salty. I heard from the grapevine that he was talking beer shit about me, but I did not care one bit, because at the end of the day, you never got none of my good, and I'm glad for that, because first of all, you stink like shit. Guys, that is my story, my F-boy story time. I hope you guys liked it. Please leave comments if you guys want to see me do more story times. If you have any suggestions for me, just let your girl know. Yeah, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel and follow me on all my social medias. And yeah, guys, stay safe and stay blessed. Bye.